Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is my very first video on this platform, and I want to start this video with all the books I read in February. So I'll start with my physical TBR first. Not really TBR, I guess, since I read them already, but all the physical books I read, and then it will be all the digital books that I read for this month. I read 6 books in the month of February, and the first one is Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. And I have read this book 3 times by now, and honestly, I love this book a lot, and I think it's a very great series as well. And the first book is very cozy and comforting. I love the vibes of the cafe, honestly. And I think the series is good, but I think as the series goes on, it gets a little bland. Like the first 3 books are amazing. I read the fourth one. I did not like it that much, but it is good, I would say. If you are like attached to these characters, I think you would enjoy the series a lot. But otherwise, I think some people will think it's very boring. But I have read this book 3 times, so that says all it need. That's all you need to know how much I love this book. I think it gets a little repetitive. The series wise, I think it is repetitive. The first book is very good, I think. I like this book very much, and this was a very easy and quick read as well, and you can get you can relax a lot while reading this. It's very cozy and relaxing. The vibes of the cafe are immaculate, I would say. So that's that. And the next book is Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. And this book, it was unexpected to say the least, because in the beginning I absolutely was not vibing with our main character. I thought she was very annoying, and she was a little rude to people as well. But that was in the beginning, and I was almost close to DNFing it the second time. I have tried to read it once, and I just, because of the main character's personality, I thought, let me put this off for a while. I'll read this later. Once again, I will try again. I did this time, and I forced myself to complete this in the beginning. But as the book progressed, I came to love Eleanor so much. I did not expect that. I didn't think that I would love her as much as I did. I gave this a 4 stars, which is surprising to myself as well, because I did not expect to like this so much. I thought this won't be that good. I thought it will probably be a 3 stars. But unexpectedly, the ending changed everything. The ending, Eleanor, oh my god, in the beginning, I did not like her at all. That's mostly because I think Storygraph gives us an AI preview of the books, and I decided to use the personalized feature, and it said that it will be similar to Anxious People and A Man Called Ove. So I think that's what the reason was, that I was a little put off by Eleanor, because I expected her to have the the same vibes as those 2 books, but it was different. It's different, obviously, but I still loved it nonetheless. It's such a good book. Um, I do not support some of her actions, honestly, but she is, well, that's her coping mechanisms. She is the way she is. She is a person different from myself, but that doesn't mean that she is not a good person. She has just different ways of coping and different means to express herself and all that. And it was unexpectedly beautiful. I did not expect it to be like this. I did not think that it would be so good. So that was that. The next book is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. This is my very first long classic. It's 521 pages, yeah. And this is the longest classic book I have ever read. Let me state that up. This is the longest classic I have ever read, and it's the easiest one as well. Like, I have read pretty short classics and they can be difficult sometimes. People usually recommend Pride and Prejudice for beginner classic readers, but I think this is a better one to start as a beginner. The vocabulary is so easy and it's so simple to read, and it's very good as well though. I would say this is a very great classic for a beginner reader. I did not expect it to be so easy to read and so enjoyable as well. Like classics are, you would not think that they are enjoyable, but this was very enjoyable. And she felt very real at times, and she was just such a great character, and everyone is so interesting as well. Though I don't really vibe with the age gap they have, but it's fine. And also other stuff as well. But like, it's a very great book. It's very well written, I would say. It's a well written book. That's what it is. And it's a good classic for a beginner. This took me, I read it so quickly and it was so enjoyable that I couldn't put it down at times. I was buddy reading this book with a few more people on Discord and it was a fun time, honestly. I loved that. Though I fell back a little, I fell back while buddy reading this and I was behind all of them, so I just decided to speed run finishing this, if you will. And yeah, it was. Can you expect? Like, I read 100 plus pages in one day. Like, can you imagine reading 100 plus pages? And that's a classic as well. It didn't feel like a classic, honestly. It's a very great book, and yeah, I would recommend it even to a beginner as well. Like, if you are a beginner, I think this is the perfect place to start. And I didn't even feel the pages going by. It's like 500 pages. I did not even realize that I read 500 pages. This is my longest classic. I have Anna Karenina. I hope that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, I have Anna Karenina and I plan to read that soon. I am hoping to read 5 classics this year, and hopefully this is the first one. This is the first classic I have read this year. So I have 4 more to read for this year. I hope I'll be able to do that. I really hope so. And this is all the physical books I have read, and now I have a few digital books, few as in like 3. So I'll talk about those. So first up is Death Note Volume 1. I tried to pick up the anime. I watch anime, by the way. For some reason, I couldn't vibe with it for some reason. So I decided to read the manga instead. The manga was very great, honestly, and I loved it. It was such a fun time. I would like to continue with the manga, and but it was such a great book. I was not able to get into the anime, but the manga, it's so different. It felt different, like, for some reason. Maybe I'll try to rewatch the anime again. But the manga was so good. I was so shocked. It's such a good manga. It's such a great volume to start the series with. Like, the first volume is very strong. I think it establishes the series very well. So that was it. It was 4.5 stars for me. I loved it. And next up is The Honey Thief. The Honey Thief is about the Hazara, who are a group of people, I would say. I think they are a group of people that reside in Afghanistan, and this is about their lives, the pains they went through, the suffering, and the little joys they have in their life, their daily lives, and everything, all about them. And it's such a beautiful book. Like, it's written so poetically. The writing is very great, I think. And it just explores their history and their lives. And my favorite was, I think, the music school. Yeah, the music school. It was my favorite one, and I really liked it. It was just beautifully written. I think you should read it because it explores a group of people that we don't even hear of very often in media or anywhere. Honestly, I think I had never heard of them before this book, and I feel bad because this is so much, like, so much of history is not known to people these days, and I am also guilty of that. But it's such a good book. I think everyone should read it. It's a very great book, and yeah, that's what I can say about it. And the last book is Fake Slackers. This is an unpublished, unofficial danmei, I would say. Danmei is a genre of BL novel, that is specifically Chinese BL novels. So Fake Slackers. It's about high schoolers. It's about two high schoolers specifically. That is Xie Yu and He Zhao. I hope that's how you pronounce it. I'll show their names on the screen. So, these two are basically very intelligent people, but they are faking being not intelligent. Basically, they are the last and second to last places on in the entire school or in their entire class, I think. Yeah. And they act like delinquents and all that, but they aren't. They are really smart, honestly. And you would, if you read it, you will understand the reasons, but it's very hilarious at times, and I love it. Like, the it was very cute, I think, and it was very funny as well. Yu, I love him so much. Like, he is so smart and so intelligent. Like, I want to be him. He is now my motivation to do better now. Like, sorry about that noise, but anyways. And they are so funny after they get together. It's like they go on, it's equivalent to going on Reddit. They basically go on their Chinese websites, that is Baidu, I think. I don't really know, sorry. But it's the equivalent of going to Reddit and asking, my boyfriend is so stupid, he doesn't want to study. How do I motivate him to study? And it's hilarious, honestly. The dynamic is very funny. Yeah, that's all the books I have read in February. And this is my very first video, so I'm a little nervous. I hope, I think you can tell from my voice. But yeah, that's all I have for this video today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you'll stick around for more videos.